Hello, I am Pam and this is my channel, Made by Pam. Today is Friday, January 21st, 2022. So today is Friday and that's hashtag Friday Sews. So what have I sewn this week? Well, not a whole lot. I have been kind of working on a deep clean. So basically I've taken my fabrics and I've moved them, I've cleaned, and now it's just a process of putting them all back because I have a lot of fabric. I would look at it and I was like, man, I have a problem. I have a serious problem. But while going through the fabrics, I'm like, oh, I remember this one. Oh, I like this one so much. And then some of them I'm like, I really don't know why I got this one, but alright. Maybe it was only because it was $1, because back in 2018 and 19, they was doing their Dollar Day Mondays. And so you were basically, the tags that the previous week were 50% off. They were now $1 for certain tags. And I remember doing that quite a bit. And so I got a lot of fabric that way. And have I even used part, like, any, well, I've used some of the fabric. I'm a Fabriholic. What can I say? And I look at my fabrics, I'm like, oh my goodness. And I look at the pile I still have in my bedroom. I'm like, wow, I have a lot left to go through. And I'm like, I hope I can fit it all back. Because it was looking pretty scary for a while there. But I had to clean. Alright. So, but my son did have a assignment to make like a piece of clothing out of paper. So they were doing their clothing, their fabric clothing like unit in school. And I had gone and I talked to the class. There were a bunch of 3, 4, and 5-year-olds. And so I talked to them and I each gave them a piece of fabric. And so this week they had given us a roll of paper, and so that the kids could, you know, choose what they wanted to make and we could help them with it. Well, my son decided he wanted to make a little hat. So here is his little hat. And he loves the color blue. So if the paper could have been blue, he would have loved that. But red is one of his second favorite colors. Which you would think that red would be his first favorite color, but he changes back and forth. So we basically, I had taken glue and I tried to glue it on there, but that just wasn't working. And so I stapled the feathers on. So it's how a little staple. It was kind of hard to see back there. But so I stapled the feathers on, and then with this, and then I put tape over it, and then since the pom-pom wasn't wanting to stay on there, I just took a piece of tape and I just taped it across. And then here's a top, and then the inside pieces. So it's not perfect, but he was pretty happy with it, and he went like this, did a little thumbs up, or he went like this and said hi. You know, it was cute, because his teacher had messaged me and says, so did you have a chance to get that clothing assignment done? I'm like, we're still working on it. And so we finished it, and I sent her a picture. She's like, oh, cute. So yeah, he was pretty excited. And they're currently, my kids currently are not doing in-person learning at the moment. Yeah. You know, this virus that's going around, what can you say? This new variant has hit the schools. Granted, my kids are okay. My son has a little bit of a cold, but it's not the virus. And so they're all fine. They just have to take a week off of school. Well, they have to take a week of doing home learning on the computer, so virtual classroom, which is fun. So what else have I been doing? Well, I did work on the little pink doll head, and that's currently upstairs, so I'm not going to go grab it. But I worked on that for a little bit while I was at therapy session with my son, and got some of that done. And then also, I have been making like fabric tote bags. Yeah, lots of fun. So currently, right now, I am making some like giant ones. Don't ask me why I'm making giant ones. I don't know. Might fit more fabric in it and make it heavier for me to carry. I don't know. This will mostly be for like the lighter ones. But I have I think I have like 5 of these ones. Just because I decided to use all of the fabric that I had left. And the fabric, it cost me like $1.93 for a couple of yards. So I figure, and it was from Walmart, like back in October of 2020. You know, after they had started opening everything else back up. Yeah. Well, so here is the giant tote. And I have like 5 of these size. And then just the handles. And so I didn't finish off the edges. They're just raw edges because this stuff is really not going to fray that bad. And I just folded it and then just sewed it. Figured that works. But yeah. And then here's the bottom. So I just basically like squared the corners. And the straps go all the way around. Let me go ahead and get one that I don't have sewn all the way up. I have the strap sewn on it, but I don't have it sewn together yet. Okay, so here is the one I don't have it sewn together yet. So it is quite a large piece. I guess it is like 36 inches, so a yard across. Yeah, it's kind of excessive, isn't it? But I've made the straps go the whole length from selvage to selvage. And from selvage to selvage, this fabric, I'll start from when the actual design of the fabric starts. It is like 55 inches. So it does make for quite a large tote bag. But that's okay. I don't mind it being big. I made a couple of them, and I ended up making them way too small. I was like, these would be fine if they were just like handbags. But for like a fabric tote, it doesn't work. So yeah. But I have those going. Been working on those. Gonna get fabric put away one way or another. I have so much fabric. Oh my goodness. What was I thinking? Well, I know what I was thinking. I was thinking, Oh, this is a great deal. Oh, look at this. This is some denim. Oh, what a great price. Or getting Minky Dot fabric and seeing it. I got a piece. It was like $3.99 and it was like 3 yards of red Minky Dot fabric. And I got that last week. And then I got home and I was like, yeah, I need to stop. I seriously need to stop. So, luckily, I didn't go to the thrift store this week. Yeah. I think it's just time to, set the thrift store shopping aside. Just kind of like stay clear over there. Because I don't need any more fabric. Do I want more? In a way, yes. Because I'm a Fabriholic. But in a way, I really don't have room. I have so much fabric. I was like, geez. I was joking with my husband. I'm like, maybe I have like 1,000,000 pieces. I'm like, no, I really don't have 1,000,000 pieces. But maybe 1,000,000 yards. I don't know. I know I have over 1,000 pieces. Is that bad to say? Yeah. Oh my goodness. I have so much. So much fabric. So much. But I love it all. I love fabric. It is just my happy place. So that is what I have been doing. And, get to spend a week home with my kids. Making sure they stay on task and do schoolwork. Yay! It's not too bad. Not much different than 2020, right? Where in March they sent every kid home and said, okay, well, have fun. Now you get to do school at home. Yeah. See, my kids don't mind staying home. It's the fact that they have to do schoolwork while they're at home is what they don't like. They would be perfectly content if they could just go to sleep what time they wanted, woke up what time they wanted, and just didn't have any of that responsibility. But that really doesn't work because, my kids need sleep. I need sleep. So I have to set a bedtime. And so they have to go to bed. And then getting up, I'm a little more lenient because, let's let them sleep in just a little bit longer. Because then it's less having to fight, Well, not only that, sometimes I like to sleep in. Don't get me wrong. I like to have my sleep too. Other than sewing lots of tote bags, I think I've already made like 12. But like a handful of them are too small. Like maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe 4 of them are a little bit smaller than they should be. And then the ones that I'm making are probably bigger than they should be. But that's okay. I'll make it work. I'm going to try to get it all organized. But I have a long way to go. Oh my goodness. And am I going to get rid of it? No. Are you kidding me? Why would I get rid of it? I'll make stuff with it. I know I've had plans to make quilts and I love yarn too. Yeah. I love a good yarn. So I did go to Michael's last week. And of course, I got some yarn. Yeah. I think that was on Wednesday last week. same day I got the other fabric from Savers. Because I think I did them. I went to Michael's first, and then I went to Savers. And then I bring it all home. I'm like, what was I thinking? Why? But I don't regret the purchases, obviously. They're fabulous fabrics. And I don't regret getting what I got at Michael's, except for I did spend more than I probably should have. But that just means that I'm not going to have to spend more later, because I have what I need. So I did pick up some yarn from Michael's, because they had their skeins of yarn, some of them for $4.99 a skein, which, you know, it's not the greatest deal, but it seemed pretty good to me. And I was able to get enough that I'm going to make an Afghan from my Afghan loom that I did, because it just makes my hands tired just thinking about trying to crochet the whole thing. And I could learn how to knit, like a traditional knit, but that just is too much work. But putting it on the Afghan loom, I can set it aside when I need to. And I haven't done anything with that this week. Yeah. Well, I got an owie on my finger. See that owie there? So I'd cut, well, it was just a little mishap with my son. And then it had cut into like the flesh with the, and then the flap was over it. Well, I took and I cut off the excess skin so that it could heal. And I'll put a band-aid back on it tonight, just so that it softens it back up for healing properties. But yeah, it's healing. It's getting better, and it doesn't hurt as bad. Because for a while there, when I was using my scissors, like it would just hit, just like right there when I was using it. It was just so sore that I was like, oh, it was hard to use the scissors. So I got out my little snips. And I've been using these for snipping the threads. So I did that. Other than that, I don't have much else to talk about. I have been doing sewing, but no garment sewing, just making bags for fabric and cleaning, trying to get that organized, which is looking quite great. I don't know. I could show you. And it's only got partial in there. Yeah, why not? And if not, I'll delete it. Okay, so this is one of the tote bags I made. And this just has some denim in it that I have. Okay. So that's how I store my fabric. I do have some in totes, and then a lot of it is in bags. Like that zebra bag right there. I made that one. That dark blue one right there. I made that one last time I made bags. And then I've got a little flower tote right there I made. So yeah, I have a lot of fabric. And then here is my bolts of fabric. And that is a tote of fabric. And then there is bolts of fabric sitting on top of a tote full of fabric. And then I have my batting for my quilting. And then I have like the bags up there. That bag right there. It's just a bag that has, I think that has some batting for quilting in it. And then this has like some cotton batting fiberfill for toy making. So yeah, that's like the best I'm going to be able to show you. Oh, not only is the fabric that I showed you back there, the bolts, I have also put bolts along my shelf back there, as you can see, and it goes back just a little bit. So you have a lot of fabric like that. These are my fat quarters that I got for like $1.63 at Walmart. My fat quarter bundles. Yard bundle that I got for $1 from Walmart years ago. Let's see. Yeah, 2019. And then I do have some shelves with some so I do have the shelves with various fabrics. And then I do have a nice selection of felt up here. And then I have a nice selection of interfacing. And then I have this roll that I use for my pattern tracing, and then also this one. Alright, well, I hoped you enjoyed seeing some of my fabric stash. And that's not even all. Seriously. That's not counting what I still have upstairs that I'm still going through. Hence, why I'm making bags is to put the fabric stash in the bags so I can bring them down and put them in the back room. Alright, well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Stay creative. Talk to you next time. Bye.